Cockneys, a native of East London, traditionally one born within hearing of Bow Bells. Now I gotta look up Bow Bells. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy John for Project Ellsworth, and I am back with you today to give you my review of the 2012 film Zombies vs. Cockneys. Happy Monday, everybody. If you're new to my channel, remember to click that subscribe button. I do a couple of these things every week. Cockneys vs. Zombies was both written and directed by Matthias Hohn, starring Rasmus Hardiker, Alan Ford, and Harry Treadway.
What about Grandad?
We have to go there. Tool up.
Hamish, wake up! He's Mutt Jeff.
He'd move a bit quicker if it was dinner time.
Pardon? There's zombies everywhere.
Zombie, what are you going on about?
Oh, it's a zombie.
So our story begins with a couple of construction workers out on site with an excavator of some sort, and they unearth some sort of a tomb. They decide to go inside of that tomb thinking that there may be something of value or some sort of treasure in there. And they don't find any of that, but what they do find is several piles of skulls and a few very lively undead. And this is where the problems begin. So that's the beginning of the zombie side of the story. The beginning of the Cockney side of this story, we have brothers Terry and Andy who are concerned that their grandfather's retirement home is getting ready to be torn down by developers. So they come up with an idea that in order to save the retirement home, they will recruit a few of their friends and they'll go rob a bank. So while they're inside robbing the bank, unbeknownst to them, somebody has notified the police. The police show up, they go outside, then they see the police and they run back inside. And by the time they make the decision to go back outside, the police have all been killed by the zombies. And from this point moving forward, all you have left are the Cockneys and the zombies. This was just a really, really silly but fun movie. I watched this with my 12-year-old son last night, and we both absolutely had a blast with this flick. I typically am not someone, and if you watch my videos, you know this. I really don't normally care too much for comedy horror, but this movie felt a whole lot like Shaun of the Dead, and I loved Shaun of the Dead, so therefore I loved Cockneys vs. Zombies. It had a whole lot of British dialogue with a whole lot of British humor, and I absolutely adore British humor. The manner in which these people speak, it almost feels like an English accent with an aggressive accent riddled with profanity. It's quite nice. And from what I gather, this manner of speaking is part of what defines a Cockney. I thought the acting in this movie was pretty solid for what it was. It's nothing to be taken too seriously, so it's not Oscar worthy. Nobody's winning any awards for this movie, but it was definitely fun. The only familiar face in this for me was Harry Treadway, and he's the main bad guy in the TV show Mr. Mercedes. And if you haven't seen Mr. Mercedes, watch Mr. Mercedes. It's really, really good. Why am I plugging Mr. Mercedes? Another thing that this movie has is some pretty cheesy CGI. I mean, let's face it, this was not a big budget production, but the CGI, it's okay, because another thing that this movie has is a pretty decent amount of really cool practical effects and special effects makeup. Some of them zombies look pretty good. So Cockneys vs. Zombies, 2012. All of the individual pieces in this movie are pretty good. The acting is decent, the sets are decent, the effects are decent. The story's decent, but it's kind of ridiculous. But the important thing is they all come together to create one really, really fun movie. If you have not seen Cockneys vs. Zombies, check this out. It's a really fun movie. Have you seen this flick? Do you like your zombie movies to be funny, or do you normally not like that sort of thing like me? Leave me some comments down below and let's talk about it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you really like this video and you've been enjoying my content up to this point, please do me a huge favor. Click that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, have a kick-ass day, and thank you for watching. Later, folks.